No idea what tonight is going to be in store because, I have no idea. All right. Hey, guys, on tonight's show, it's my turn to get back at Becky.
Yes, but the real star of the show is our great guest. You're never going to guess who it is.
What do you mean you're never going to guess who it is? Like, the people had to click on the thumbnail, right? Are we really going to do that right now? Like, we're going to just switch? We've never done that before.
Why not?
You want to do that?
Why can't we?
This just in. No. We were actually going to bring you guys a little quick story before we brought on our guest. A little quick story on Girl Scout cookies. It's Girl Scout season. Did you know that? Girl Scout?
Soon. It feels like it used to be in March.
Girl Scout season, and they're doing this new thing where they're going to ship directly to your house. I'm really excited about that, but we just got word of a new story last week. On last week's show, we discovered. Well, you discovered. I knew.
That I definitely knew.
This was Becky's first year without a Disneyland pass. We are annual pass hold members, and this is her first year since she was 18 years old. So it's kind of sad, but we're going to Disneyland. We're going to Disneyland, and I can't wait.
Well, not anytime soon, but we just heard hot off the press that Disneyland is going to host Orange County's first massive vaccination site. So that's probably where we're going to be getting ours.
Yeah. What better place than Disneyland? Like the happiest place in the world, on Earth, something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I want to know, how are they going to do this? I know Disneyland is really good with lines and all that good stuff. And are you going to have like a waiting queue, or better yet, I have this. What's that ride with where you go down and it splashes? It's on top of the
mountain, Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. Okay. Disney executives, if you're out there, because I know you're watching this on a Monday night because you have nothing better else to do. Listen, Disney executives, listen, I have an idea. It's gold. You could have it for free. Got it? Splash Mountain. You could fit like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, like six.
Six people. Mm-hmm. Okay? Fill up the water with the vaccine. You go down, splash, boom, boom, you're done. 20 seconds later.
What if you eat it?
Well, it hits your bloodstream.
I would say maybe they should do it. I mean, there's something with a better theme. What if they did like Indiana Jones, because they have the part at the end where they're trying to shoot you with the dart guns? Or what about like
the real darts
on Sleeping Beauty Castle with the prick a finger?
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is way too much.
Snow White?
Yeah.
Scary?
No. I mean, there's no water in there.
No, but it's scary. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. You imagine just having somebody sneak up on you? Boom! Okay, we're having way too much fun. This is way too much nonsense. We have to get to our guest tonight. We are thrilled to have him. And let's just get right into it here, ladies and gentlemen. Our guest tonight is a trombonist, arranger, composer, and music educator. He is the musical director for the legendary Poncho Sanchez. Wait a minute. Grammy Award-winning Poncho Sanchez Latin Jazz Band, and a member of the also Grammy Award-winning Goodwin's Big Phat Band. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to... Oh, you know what? Before we announce him, I know you know who we're talking about, but we have a little reel to show you to get you into the mood. Here we go. Oh, it was going to start over again. Oh my gosh. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only. Let's see if I can hit this interview button here correctly and not mess up. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Francisco Torres. Hello. Hey, Francisco, how are you doing?
Good. How are you, Tony?
Oh, I am peachy. Hey, I know I listed, you're part of the Poncho Sanchez Latin Jazz group there. You're also a member of the Goodwin's Big Fat Band. You also have a lot of side solo projects. But I wanted to let the audience know that as a sideman, I was reading this the other day. You have album credits, including recording artists such as Harry Connick Jr., Pitbull, Ray Charles, Dr. Dre, Busta Rhymes, 50 Cent, Eminem, and J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. Francisco, you've heard of Pandora, right? So it was the first music app that ever recommended music. And I want to know what yours had to recommend, because with that many styles and genres, your Pandora must have been, I can't do it. I've met my match. No more.
Well, this is in no way. I mean, I'm probably one of the most low-key kind of guys, just because it's a business, We're trying to make money to survive, and et cetera, et cetera. But my mom actually on Pandora, she put in Poncho Sanchez, so she wanted to hear Poncho Sanchez music. Oh no, my sister. I'm sorry. And then she got an option where it says now Poncho Sanchez and Francisco Torres on Pandora. So that was funny. So anyway, I just guess because of all the stuff my name is on the Pandora. I guess that's how they use their whatever model, whatever you want to put or listen to certain kind of music. And I've written or played on things that I guess that now you can search for me on Pandora.
Oh, awesome. So what does Pandora, what does Spotify, what do they recommend to you? Like what type of search results? Because
like you mean when I put stuff in?
Yeah, like what do you listen to?
Well, it's funny. I'm going to tell a quick story. Yesterday, the shower, that this is very interesting to everybody, of course. The thing that goes on our glass shower door, it's like a squeegee that goes on the door.
Oh, yeah.
It's broke. So I went to Home Depot, and I'm looking, for it, and there's none left. I asked one of the people there, you guys have any extra ones? You know what? I think we have something back. Give me a second. Great. They play music in Home Depot. And out comes out Color Me Bad's All for Love. You know that song?
Were you singing along?
I hate to say it, I was. And the guy forgot about me. And the only reason I didn't just go off on him because I found him on the walking back out because he never brought anything. He just forgot about me. He I said the only reason I didn't tell him I was listening to Color Me Bad. I'm a kid of the late 80s and late 80s and early 90s and certain songs pop up and just a lot of memories. So the last thing I heard was the Color Me Bad channel. So
you were there in the middle of Home Depot just grooving out, and everyone's like passing by. Excuse me, sir.
It saved that guy from screaming at him. But usually we have that. We have Sonny Rollins radio. We have John Coltrane radio. We have Tito Puente radio. And sometimes, because I'm from Sonora, we have Ramon Ayala radio.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's very diverse.
It's very diverse, yes.
Very diverse. Okay.
Yes. Even Earth, Wind, and Fire radio, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I dig that. That's a lot similar to my Spotify playlist. In fact, sometimes I keep the Spotify playlist open at work, and then I have people come by, and they're looking at this, and sometimes they'll want to type in some music, and then they'll just stop and like, who in the world listens to this? It's like I go all the way from Indian music all the way to, Andes music, and then I go all the way to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I'm listening to Poncho Sanchez, and it's yeah, they don't dare hack into that. Now,
No, that's a good mix though.
you can't. Oh, but my favorite is when you start listening to the Gregorian chant music of the Middle Ages. Okay.
Yeah. I need to put myself to sleep. Yes.
Now, I listed quite a range of artists up front that you played as a sideman. Do you know in advance who you are recording with, or do you just get the call from the record company and say, just come down and play, and then you find out later? I know that's a question that I often get asked by many people that I know, and I don't know. Let me ask Francisco tonight.
Well, it varies. Usually the call will come out. A lot of people have this twisted notion, no, not twisted, but just this idea that people call you because they heard you on the radio or something like that. But it doesn't really work like that. There's a certain amount of contractors, very well-known contractors in the business, and usually they ask for people that they've worked with them before or have done things, and so they usually have stable guys, and certain times there are things that need to be done a certain way. Like for instance, if there's some kind of Latin solo, a lot of times I get the call, like in Coco. There was a very Latino oriented. Well, it was a Latino film oriented. So me being Latino, I got a call to do that. But then there's other times where they don't tell you what you're doing. Case being Bob Dylan, Brian Setzer. Like I didn't know I was going to be recording with him. So just different things come through your email or through your voicemail, and sometimes they tell you what it's going to be. Sometimes they don't tell you what it's going to be.
Oh,
So
okay.
a lot of artists I backed up through being my association with Gordon or with Poncho or with John Beasley, the Monkestra. When I was with Bill Holman, also. So there's a lot of stuff that sometimes you know, sometimes you don't know, but you got to be prepared for everything.
You got to be prepared. You have to be prepared for everything. I'll tell you. So if you get an email in 2 weeks saying, Justin Bieber needs a trombone solo, would you hop on that or would you pass?
Oh well, there's been no gig, so you bet your Keystar I'm gonna be there.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean but you also have to be true to what you do. Like if I get a call to do some kind of classical stuff, then of course I'm gonna be for the 3 weeks that before the session, I'm gonna be just brushing up on my classical playing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yeah.
So there's been a lot of instances where I've recorded, orchestral music, and usually there's no credits. People think I just do one or two things, but ultimately, when you're in the studio, you got to be able to do a lot of things.
Now, you speak about going from jazz to pop to Latin. Do you have a different approach when? I mean, at least for me, I know you as a Latin jazz trombone player, but here, some of these artists, I see it and it's kind of a little bit of a surprise to me. So is your approach different going from your like jazz going into pop, or do you just keep the same mentality? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, no, it's very different. What we know is salsa, guaracha, mambo, that stuff. That's a very street kind of phrasing. The songs, everything's very, very hardcore. So a lot of guys, they spend all their time imitating the singers while playing their instruments. It's very harsh. I don't want to say harsh. That's not the right word. Just rajado. Rajado is, what they call it, trombone rajado. It's like almost like you're overblowing the instrument. That's what gives it the sabor. there was, Generoso Jimenez, there's Barry Rogers, there's Jose Rodriguez from the LA Primary Band, Jimmy Bosch, Papa Vasquez, a lot of really, like, there's that style. But then when you play with Gordon or with John, I mean, they also have Latin tunes in their book. So it's I think that's what one of the reasons I keep getting called back, and I mean that when I say keep getting called back, because they have their choice of 10,000 fantastic trombone players, but because I can kind of like copy style, I can swing, I can do the Latin, I can do the funk. I hung out with Fred Wesley. A lot of people don't know I hung out with Fred Wesley for about 2 weeks while we were doing one of those records, and I picked his brain. So, just the way he approaches the solo aspect of funk trombone. So, it's one of those things where you just have to be ready for whatever. Once
And
again,
I know you list different styles, different genres, and you have to be ready to go. You have a little bit of a different approach. I get that, but whenever I personally am listening to music, and let's say you were featured on it, I can tell it's you though. I mean, there's like something that's undeniable, like Francisco about it, and I don't know what it is, but it just like it gets me right here, and it's just like I know it's you.
well, I mean, I have a lot of influence, just like every musician. I mean, I always laugh because people think that they're original. Like they listen to themselves like nowadays. Oh man, I'm an original. Like, well, you're just a mixture of a lot of different things.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You got some salt, pepper. You got some chili sauce. You got this. So that's how you came up. Like I consider myself one of my biggest influences, of course, is Carl Fontana, but also Andy Martin is huge, huge. And I got some Art Velasco stuff that I got. I have a lot of Barry Rogers, Jimmy Bosch, and Fred Wesley, and then I also, because I'm a composer and arranger, I'm really interested in the harmonic concepts of like Tom Harrell, Sonny Rollins, Clifford Brown, just all that stuff. So
Yeah.
all that put together is kind of like ends up being a hodgepodge of stuff.
So that's all you. So you may be a combination of Sonny Rollins and Art Velasco, but for me, I'm a combination of Tajín and Valentina hot sauce. Now I want to stop. Let me ask you a little bit. Let's go back here a little bit. How old were you when you first started playing the trombone?
Honestly, trombone, I want to say 15. I didn't start music till I was 14. So
Okay.
15, yeah, an alto saxophone. And then from there I went to tuba. And from tuba I went to euphonium. And from euphonium I went to trombone.
Wow.
And
So
yeah,
very.
yeah. I kind of taught myself how to the positions. I borrowed a trombone from the school, went home over Christmas vacation, and figured out where the positions were. Because I played euphonium already, so I knew where the notes kind of sounded. And I came back and auditioned for the jazz band, and that was it. But a lot of people don't know. I don't know. I guess most people know now, but I wasn't thinking about making this a full-time job. I was going to be a computer scientist.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. At what point did you go from, hey, I'm pretty good at this. Let's drop the computer science.
My third year in college.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. So when you were in college, did you declare yourself a computer science major or was it a music major?
Yes, computer science. I was going to a junior college, but I was going to Fullerton College, which at the time had a really good jazz program, or still does.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
But
for sure.
at the time, it was very. At the time, it was very heavy, very heavy. And I remember I didn't even have a trombone because I was around in the schools. But then when I went to audition, my mom bought me one at the swap meet, and that's what I auditioned with. And I remember coming out of that first audition, and Jim Linehan, my band director at the time, the jazz band director, as I left the audition, he said, "Make sure you tune that trombone to a planter."
Do you still have
It's in
it?
such bad shape.
Do you still have the
I
bunk?
don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh my gosh! Who knows? It could be at the Santa Fe Springs swap meet. All of we know, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, no, you got to keep that. Oh geez. Okay. Do you remember your first paid gig? Do you have that dollar framed up in the back somewhere?
No, because I just like I said, when I first started gigging, I was still doing computer science, so I didn't think this was going
Sure.
to be full time. And I was playing with a band called Vida. Vida was like a top 40 band out of garage, and I thought I made the big time, you know. And I remember we played really sketchy clubs, but
Those are the best.
those were yeah. But then give you $50 and for the night, and you're like, oh man, I made it. It's like, well, it was a lot of journeymen, guys that had jobs in the daytime, but then they play at night. I was a college student, so they were like, hey, I remember. I don't remember the first dollar, but I remember the first gig. You paid about $50, $60
Wow.
for like.
$50 for the first gig. Wow. I mean, that's a lot. That's a
That's actually pretty good.
yeah, it is. What'd you spend
I
it
mean, that
on?
was like my first gig. Like, I mean, I had done some big band gigs at this bar for $5, but that was yeah. I guess maybe just technically that was my first gigs. But it was like playing 3 sets of big band music for $5.
Wow. That is
So,
yeah, let's not make that a habit. Don't advertise that, okay? To all
oh
the
no
people
no no
listening.
no, I was very young and I just wanted to play, so borrowed my mom's car every Tuesday. It was like a Tuesday night, I think, something like that.
Oh, awesome. Um,
Yeah.
now let me ask you because I know everybody, probably asks, hey, who's the worst person that you've ever, worked for or played with or, I don't want to ask that. We want to keep it light. So I want to ask, who's the best musician or even best, I don't know, just best person that you've ever worked for or had a really awesome positive experience?
It's that's really hard to say. I really have uh, some really great. I have some really great.
So all
The
you
band
have is
leaders.
just bad people is basically what you're saying. You just
No. Just the band leaders. The band leaders that I work for, they're fantastic. They're really great people. Of course, starting with Poncho, Gordon, Beasley, Bill Conlip's another one. Um, I'm probably gonna forget some people, but everybody that I work for has always been really nice and real encouraging. Going back to even when I was playing the salsa bands, with Eddie, not Eddie Resto, Freddie Crespo, Daddy Morea. I mean, all through my years, band leaders always kind of really respected me and been good to me. But at the same time, I feel like I've been really work hard for whatever band leader I've ever worked for.
sure.
Work as hard as I can, try to bring a little something extra to the table, which my students are from college, and I mean, at Cal State Long Beach, I always try to implement that, and that sense of camaraderie and being more than just a side band, just going that little extra, even if it's picking up a music stand, or passing out the music or something like things like that. I mean, they don't do very very hard. So yeah, so I think the band leaders are always been the best people to work for. As far as musicians, I mean, there's so many. Andy Martin, Sal Cracchiolo, Wayne Bergeron, Eric Marienthal, John Beasley. I mean, Bill Conley. I mean, it's just like on and on and on. There's no way I could possibly say that.
Sure. I mean, it's just, I think there's a common theme here is that the people that you're listing, these are some awesome and well-known and well-respected musicians and band leaders. And I think for all of the people out there, I mean, this could be a lesson in itself. If you want to be awesome and respected. You got to treat everybody, with the high level of respect, and it's just, I think that's a great thing. And I think that's a great thing of what you're doing, over with your students over at Cal State Fullerton. And for me personally, music is a little more than just, the notes in the page. Sometimes you could get more, sometimes you could teach, how to be a good human, and I think that's, that's an awesome thing. Now, speaking of other awesome things, I'm addicted to something, and I'm addicted to this. Let me see if we can show this in the camera here. This was gifted to me last year, and I'm addicted to it. I don't even have the right CD in here. This is not the CD. It's still in my car. This is something else.
I like that.
This is Keeper of the Flame. So I go back and forth every once in a while.
I thought you were going to say Rigo Tobar.
No, that's in the other car.
It's in the Rampla.
Look at this. What I'm doing right now is I'm opening up a CD, and I talk to a lot of young people, and they're like, "What is that?" And so if you buy these CDs, you can actually hold on to the music, and you could appreciate the artwork, because there's some good-looking people in there. In that artwork there. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, as I was going through this a while ago, I noticed that you are credited maybe about 4 or 5 times in here, along with Poncho. Now, do you co-write with him? Or like, how does that relationship work?
Well, for starters, I wrote that whole record. Every arrangement in there is mine except for one song. Yeah, but I wasn't credited for XYZ reason. I produced it along with Poncho. So that record, like, I worked really hard on that record. Still with Poncho. But the one that I was a little disappointed is that they didn't put the arrangement. You're not the only person to say, "Oh, you wrote a couple songs in here." And like, oh, no, I arranged them.
You're like, I wrote the whole thing.
Except there's one by Andy Langham, that's Sube, the 868. He's the great tune, great arrangement.
Yeah.
Andy Langham's the piano player in the band. And it was a really fantastic way of doing it. We actually did it at UCLA. They have a fantastic studio over there. One of the cool things that, well, not so cool, I guess at the time, but you remember the UCLA fires?
Yeah.
There was a lot of fires over by UCLA. They shut the school down. Well, we were in there while the fires were going on, so people were trying. The guys,
no way.
They were trying to get to the studio, but they got there late because everything was closed off because of the fires.
And that's while you guys were recording this.
That's where we were recording that. Yeah.
Híjole. No wonder all these tracks are fire. I'll tell you.
Oh, wow.
Becky's over here. She's like, dude, shut up. No, that's.
I'm here a week. Try the veal.
No, I did not know that. That's quite interesting trivia there. So I mean, obviously you guys were okay. Did they have to halt production or?
Well, I mean, we started late. That was one. Because a few guys couldn't get to the studio, and then the other thing was, because of the fires. I mean, it was a little horrible experience, and then the guys would come in kind of like, a little tense because, oh man, like, oh, you should see the fire skies. I mean, they were big, huge, and they were still on fire. Everything was still on fire. It wasn't just smoking. It was like you could see the flames off the freeway getting off the trying to get to UCLA, streets closed, et cetera, So when you had guys calm down and say, okay, let's chill, but we got to get going, we got to start recording. We couldn't be there all day,
Yeah. Wow. No, that's crazy. It's quite interesting to hear some of the stories that come out of, some of the background stories that come out of recording. So let me ask you, did that experience influence anybody there? I mean, you guys are seasoned pros, and I know at the time you were probably, hitting the, the clubs and refining these arrangements, night after night and whatnot. But having that type of an experience, I mean, it shakes people up. Do you find that influenced that particular session, or were you guys not frazzled?
Which one? The UCLA one?
Yeah, the fire.
No, yeah. I mean, some of the guys. I mean, I was frazzled because they were late, and then they were frazzled because they couldn't get to the studio. Till late.
Yeah.
Because when you book a session, you got to be on time.
Sure.
You're getting paid for that time, so for you to be late, to get paid for not being there. So it's kind of like, but but we definitely got some great takes. I think it's a really nice, very great, very nicely executed record, and it's Grammy nominated for Grammy. We're for the best, hoping that Poncho gets another one.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, I especially love what you did with the medley, and you speed up El Chingaling, which the first time I heard that, and I go, there's something weird, because I was just used to hearing it at one particular tempo, and then you guys went up, and it was I was a little skeptical, but you guys sold me, and it's amazing. And if people haven't listened to this yet, go out and buy yourself one of these, or do the thing, stream it. We won't get into how much you guys get paid for streaming, but hey,
I know.
Just don't. I have pennies over here, but and anyways, we don't talk about that. Hey, do you remember
there's a lot of questions over here? Am I supposed to be answering these questions?
Oh no! I'll bring those in here in just a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. You can see those too.
Well, no, there was a little red dot, and I was like, "What is that?" And then I pressed on it, and it was like 20,000 questions.
No, we'll get to those. We have a lot of questions here. Do you remember the last club or the last venue that you guys played before the whole shutdown? Happened before the whole pandemic.
Poncho, or just in general?
Just you in general. I mean, basically, what I'm after is, did you know that was going to be the last free Corona beer you had in a long time?
Well, the actual gig was actually with my good friend and one of my mentors is Andy Martin. Yeah, we sometimes we put together 2 trombone thing, and so we decided to do it out in Palm Desert, and we knew it was going to be weird when we walked in, and every chair was 6 feet apart. So you had one chair, and then 6 feet apart you have 2 chairs, and then 6 feet apart you have another chair by itself. So nothing more than 2, but it was all over the venue. And the gentleman that was there that hired us said, "You're just gonna do one quick set, one long set, and you're done." And I was like, because usually it was that day you do 2 sets. So I was like, "Wow, okay, wow. This is really odd." I mean, it still felt great.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, when we were done, we went next door to have a couple of drinks. But they had a band playing outside, but all the chairs were 6 feet apart. It was inside. Everybody's wearing masks. We should have. I mean, everybody was trying to wear masks, but it wasn't like as predominant as it is now. So at the time, we didn't know. We were just like, "Oh wow, this is gonna get weird," and that was it. About 2 months or 3 months ago, we were able to do some stuff outside over here at this restaurant called Tlaquepaque. I don't know if you know about that.
No.
In Placentia.
Okay.
Placentia, they were having little live entertainment quintets outside, social distance outside, and we did a couple of things. Just got 4 or 5 guys, and we just played just head charts, nothing crazy. But Poncho just wanted to play a little bit, but then that shut down, so that was it.
Oh wow, yeah.
No
good. I mean, earlier, we weren't. This wasn't live, but I asked you. I said, "Hey, at the end, do you want to plug anything?" And I thought that was pretty funny. What did you say?
Well, I said, "Wear masks."
And that's the truth. Okay, like wear a mask.
Yeah.
Let's get over this so we can, it's that is, I mean, when you said it, it was funny, but at the same time, there was so much truth to it, and it's like the little tiny things that we can do to get us over it, and it's just I mean, yeah. But people can still enjoy what you're doing right now. Last I saw, you guys are, well, at least you, if you're streaming for students. I know you have some projects where you're doing these master classes online. So I know that's pretty cool. And last I heard on your social media, one of your students was nominated for a first chair for SCSBOA All Southern. Was that right?
No. The All-State Band.
Oh, All-State Band.
Yeah, he's a private student. He actually lives up in the Walnut Creek area by San Francisco. But we've been doing online lessons, and I'm up. I was up there before the pandemic. I was up there quite a bit, and even ever since he was a freshman, very talented kid, and he enjoyed what I had to say, and he decided he wanted to take a few lessons with me. So he's been studying with me for the last, I'll say, since the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
And,
right.
I'm bebopping and working hard, and I'm glad he's into it. So I'm trying to keep him motivated, sending him soul to learn and giving him some. It's hard. It's a hard time for especially for the arts, because the inspiration part is extremely hard to just come up and say, I want to practice today, or I want to write this, and you gotta just keep the faith, and know that there's a. The cool thing is there's light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah,
I mean, and also working with you. I mean, how could you not have inspiration? So,
well, thank you.
That's
I appreciate that.
That's got to be awesome. So, congrats to your student. And I mean, I bring that up because a lot of people are asking, well, what are the musicians doing? They can't play that. They don't have that many gigs and whatnot. And you guys are teaching, making it happen through, Zoom and, all that good stuff. So, my hat off to you. So awesome. Hey, we're getting towards the end of our time, but I do want to bring up 5 short questions, if you wouldn't mind. These are some fast-paced answers. We don't have a new name for this. This is a new segment. We actually need some intro music, so maybe we'll call you for that. But it's called Advenchas Questionnaire. I don't know. Maybe
we'll work on it.
We'll work on the name. These are 5 questions that we're going to ask you right at the top of your head. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, go.
All right, here we go. Have you ever asked somebody for their autograph?
Yes.
May I not?
Who?
Yeah. Who was that?
Oh my God, I know I have. I'm just not usually. I don't get too starstruck sometimes.
I know people are asking you, but this is the other way around.
Yeah, I can't remember who. Yeah, it's a great question. Dang it. Okay, well, I guess might have been Poncho.
Yeah.
Oh. Before I was even in the band.
Oh, that's awesome.
Before I was even in the band, yeah.
Is that how you made your connection? You're like, Poncho, can I get your autograph? And you go, sure.
No, actually,
what do you play?
No, he was actually. He's always loved to go out and like go to dinner and then catch some music. So sometimes he would go to Long Beach, and where I first met him was at a place called System M. That's what it was called in Long Beach, and they had a jam session, and I just happened to play. I was playing that night, and he came in for an after dinner drink with his wife, and that's where I met him. He just said, "Hey kid," he goes, "You sound good," and that was it. That's how I got the gig, but that's how I met him. And as time went on, my name just came up as one of the replacements for his trombone player that was leaving, and that's how I auditioned, and that's how it all happened. But wow. I think he was the first guy that actually asked him for an autograph.
Really? So that just goes to show you any gig anybody has, you got to be ready. You got to be on your A game, like at all times, because you never know who's watching, who knows? Maybe Francisco Torres is going to be watching and scouting you out, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, what's the best meal?
Ooh, for me, I would have to say Sal Cracchiolo's cooking.
All of his cooking?
The trumpet player.
Oh, yeah.
Well, only a couple dishes. You know how you have 5 meals. I've eaten all over the world. You know how you like your top 5, top 10 meals.
Yeah.
You're like top 5. 2 are my mom's, but 2 are Sal Cracchiolo. Sal Cracchiolo is now with Tower Power. He's the lead trumpet player with Tower Power, but he is like a fantastic cook. He made one dish for me. He made pesto pasta with pesto, and I mean he literally like made me go pick the pesto off the plant, and I didn't even know what he was doing. Got what they're called, not walnuts,
Like pine nuts?
pine nuts. Got the pine nuts. Got the
You got
garlic.
the cheese.
He did it right in front of me, and he's so knowledgeable. He put it on. He cooked shell pasta, so the pesto would get inside the shell. So you take a bite, and you can get the flavor of the freshest pesto you've ever had.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh. Were you nervous when he had you pick those green leaves? Were you worried there was some other type of green leaf? Oh, never mind. Third question. What is the best vacation?
Oh, Hawaii, definitely for me.
Hawaii. Perfect.
Hawaii. Maui, we would love Maui. We were supposed to go this summer, and poof.
Same.
Yeah. I love Maui. I love just going and sitting on the chair and just watching the waves. And although we love Cabo San Lucas too, though. So.
Oh, that's very
So
pretty.
I guess beach.
The beach, anywhere in the beach. Fine dining or street food?
Ooh, that's a good one. I have to say, it depends where I'm at. Okay, fine dining, probably here in LA. Street food in Mexico.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Any taco cart is a winner.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Sonora, so man, I know about tacos, man. It's like,
Oh.
they're so good.
Last question. Spontaneous or plan it out?
I'm spontaneous in music. I plan when it comes to like buying chairs or home stuff. I definitely plan out everything out. I do my research.
You do your research. Okay. You like to
Matter
Google
of fact,
stuff,
the
huh?
fridge just gave out. Yeah, the fridge just gave out, and I spent about 4 days just researching the best refrigerator, which there really isn't.
It's the one that keeps your
Well,
feet
I bought an
cold.
LG and it gave out after 8 years. I'm like, really? So that's it.
Okay, well,
But
I don't want to take up too much more of your time. This is time well spent that you could be researching that KitchenAid or the Maytag or the Samsung refrigerator. I looked over there. I'm like, what kind of refrigerator do we have?
I think it's an LG.
Oh, it's an LG.
No,
Hey, the LGs are good,
we
by the way. I do recommend
bought a
that.
Samsung.
It's a Samsung. Okay. Hey, Francisco, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. I know I was going to ask if you had anything else to plug, and you hit the nail right on the head. You said wear a mask so we could, be done with this, and we can, us as audience members, as viewers, we want to go see you guys, super talented. That is where the entertainment is at. It's just, I'm going to be the first person in line at the next gig once this is all done. So, Francisco, thank you so much. We really appreciate having us on too.
By the way, tell here, I'm gonna answer these questions that people are still on.
Oh, yeah.
I love the empanadas that your mom delivered. Let's see. Somebody asked about beaver. Oh, you did. That's right. You said your mom said you remember when you started college, you came home and that's what cumbias were? Wow, nice.
Hey, don't out me. That's my mom.
Valerie's asking, how have you cope with not gigging? Well, I sleep like a baby. I wake up crying every 2 days, or every 2 hours. Let's see. No, as far as gigging, it's gonna come back. You just have to have faith and just stay focused. And Watermelon Man was written by Herbie Hancock. There you go. Besa My Mama was written by Mongo Santa Maria. And my kids, or the kids that I teach?
Oh, I think she means your kids. Do your kids like music?
They don't. My youngest has actually come out and said right away, I hate jazz. Like, wow.
What?
Okay.
Wait, for reals? Are you being straight up? They're like, no?
Yeah. Well, no, my oldest likes piano. He likes doing some piano. But my youngest is like, nope, I don't like jazz. So.
Wow.
And,
okay, next time, Francisco, next time they're at dinner and they're eating the food, they're like, you better like jazz because that's what paid for that.
That's what I'm out there. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, thank you, Tony. Thanks for having me, man. This was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Wife, which I can't see now because my face is right in front of her.
Here we go. We're going to get in the shot over here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, thank you so much for having, you know what, let's do that. Let's have the whole show like this, right over here.
Do we have, can we?
No, I can keep this on, right? Because I got to go check on my kids.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Francisco. And with that, we're going to give you a round of applause from our studio audience right over here. Nice. Thanks again. Oh, that was fun. I hope we didn't scare him away, right?
We might have.
Maybe. Okay. No, this is great. No, we want to thank you again, Francisco, for coming on and sharing a little bit of your story. I think it's awesome because a lot of people don't realize that, at least when we were talking about what musicians are doing right now during this. Someone earlier said, what are you doing during the time off? I'm like, what do you mean the time off? This is not like by choice, but definitely, I think all musicians are teachers.
Were they asking you that because, do we even want to go down that route?
I don't know. Do we?
No, but I'm just saying, the teacher thing and how people think teachers have the summer off and weekends off.
Oh, not this past summer, I'll tell you that.
And breaks off. And
all right. Well, we're not going to go down that path. We just want to say thank you, Francisco, for coming on, and we hope to have you on later on. And let's get into the next segment. This is my turn to get Becky back. If you didn't know, last week she got me with some spicy. I was going to say sriracha. It wasn't sriracha. Gochujang sauce. It's this Korean hot sauce, kind of sweet, kind of tangy, kind of hot. But she put it on a tortilla chip, and she made me eat that just like,
we didn't have any bread, and I couldn't put it on a cracker because we didn't have any crackers.
The worst part, if you're just joining us, it was expired.
The best part.
No, it was not expired.
He says afterwards, I'm going to take a video of me throwing it in the trash, and he didn't, and it sat out on the counter for 2 days, and so I put it back in the fridge.
Now it's in the refrigerator. Now next time I have, I don't know, a hot dog or a sandwich, I'm gonna reach for that, but I should really turn that off. Okay, let's go, and I have some stuff to get ready.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to look.
You're gonna get that thing going on, and here's a little segment we like to call What's in My Kitchen? All right. Now you put on that face mask there, and
it's a fancy one.
It is a fancy one. Now, I have selected these ingredients today specifically because we had a jazz musician, a jazz composer, a jazz arranger on the show. So many of the people that don't know jazz, as we know it today, got one of its roots from the 40s and the 50s. So a lot of the ingredients that I have for Becky to consume are actually coming from the 40s and the 50s. No, they are not literally from the 40s and the 50s. They were popular during the 40s and the 50s. Plus, we have some fun little tidbits and some stuff there.
You have fun tidbits.
Yes.
My fun tidbit is that when he said, I have to prepare something slightly, and then he lit a candle to cover up the smell of something.
Okay, so you have I was going to say, let me cover this here.
No, but my mouth.
Okay.
No, it has to be bunched up over the eyes because it's kind of see-through.
So I went to the store, and what I'm going to do, a little different spin. I'm going to prepare a sandwich, and I'm going to put the secret ingredients in the sandwich, and I'm going to see if Becky can guess, okay? Earlier, we were asking, does a sandwich have to have condiments for it to be considered a sandwich? So tell us in the comments, does a sandwich have to have condiments for it to be considered a sandwich? I say no. Becky says...
It needs something.
It needs something. So
The bread is dry.
we don't want to make her choke, so I'm going to bring this over here. The condiment today will be
Is my cup
mustard. Just so you know, I'm going to be preparing it with mustard, okay? Now, I'm going to go over here to the sandwich cam that I have, and I have 2 pieces of bread. I'm going to make her sandwich. The first ingredient is going to be, let me see if I can show this into the camera. This is the first ingredient here. Bring my knives right there. And
I'm having issues here.
I will tell you that special ingredient was popular in a certain year, which I'll get to here in just a little bit. Here's my next ingredient right here. Okay. And I will also explain what that has to
You
do
realize,
with this.
you know, I'm able to smell things now.
Okay, don't.
Don't
And
breathe.
also, here is the next secret ingredient. So all of these ingredients are going to be going into the sandwich, and away we go. Okay, so here's going to be the first. Oh my gosh, can I put this next to the microphone?
I'm listening.
All right, here we go. We're going to do this.
I know what.
There we go. I put on a couple of candles, so hopefully you should put like nose plugs there. Okay, so that's going to be the first one, and let's see, this is going to be the next one here. How do you, oh my gosh, I just broke the thing. I don't even know how to, let's not put that there. Honestly, I think I just broke it. Let's do this.
Oh darn.
Oh boy. Last time I did something like this.
That doesn't. My eyes are covered. I can't drive you to the ER.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Hang on a second. This is on live. We're not editing any of this. Okay. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. All right. Oh, I'm gonna need this towel right here. Got it. Excellent. Oh my gosh. Now, the key to this thing is, how do I get this stuff to, okay, let's do this. All right. Oh, that just went, okay. You're going to see this later on. You're going to be like, what the heck? What's the best way? How do you do this here? Here we go.
Am I gonna like you after this?
Oh, for sure. Okay, let's do that into the sandwich cam. Let's do that, and let's do one of these. There we go. Nice and delicious right there. And let's put this back into there. Where's that towel? Okay. Oh, we're making a mess. And here's the third ingredient, and we will talk about where these ingredients come from in just a little bit. Let me get rid of this.
This is taking a long time.
Here we go. This is taking a long time. I told Becky that this would probably take just a couple of minutes there. Okay. And now the sandwich is complete. Let's do that. Oh, that's right. Someone was saying, what about the mustard? Okay. Let's open up sandwich cam, and we're going to put mustard in here because you said it's not complete without mustard. Now, I have 3 secret ingredients for you, and here's the sandwich. Right there. You want me to feed it to you?
No.
There's 3 ingredients, okay? And I want you to take a nice, delicious bite.
There's like chips or something on it. They're falling off.
Oh, it's
I just ran into the microphone.
Oh, it's some type of chips there.
Okay. It's squishy.
Okay, here we go.
Do you love me?
Here we go. Yes, I sure do.
Okay. Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Okay. Right into the microphone. That's some sandwich ASMR right
Do you have
there.
a napkin?
You want a napkin? Oh, yeah. We're ready with napkins right here. What do you taste?
Cheerios?
You taste Cheerios. Do you think Cheerios came from the 40s and the 50s?
I don't know. Something slimy. Something like a loaf.
A loaf?
Yeah, like a loaf of something.
Okay.
3 items. Okay, so I said Cheerios.
Okay, so you honestly think it's Cheerios?
Well, it's something.
Cheerios?
It was the crunchy things were something sweet.
Crunchy things, something sweet. You think it's Cheerios? Got it.
Honey nut Cheerios.
Honey nut Cheerios to be
It's precise.
precise. Got it.
And something, probably like you said, 40s and 50s.
40s and 50s. These are items that were very popular in the 40s and in the 50s. So your guess number 1 is Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Guess number 2
Yep.
is 40s and 50s, and I heard something that sounds like a can. So might be like Spam.
Spam.
And I heard something slimy fall out. So it's some type of canned meat product.
Okay, so you think it's Spam. You also think it's Honey Nut Cheerios. What's the third ingredient?
I had no idea there was even a third ingredient.
Really?
I can't even taste the mustard on there.
You want me to put more?
No.
Here's the kicker. Do you want another bite?
Maybe, yeah.
You do want another bite.
Yeah, I would almost say something's like dog food, but I know you wouldn't do that to me because I feed our child.
Ooh, you might not want to take another bite. No. Good. These are perfectly edible. Don't touch that. Take the sandwich.
That's not a Cheerio, so I know that's wrong.
Take the sandwich. Take another big, healthy bite. I can't believe she's taking another bite. I don't know if you're hungry. Do you not eat during the day? Because when we did the soy sauce thing, you're like, I'm going to take another chug. Now you want another bite of this. Dear God. Okay, no more. No more.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
You can't guess the third one? Do you give up?
Mm-mm. Is it fishy? Something. I'll just say tuna.
Tuna. Interesting.
But
take the blindfolds off. The first ingredient. You guessed it here. Spam. Yes, indeed. Spam is a brand of canned cooked pork made by the Hormel Food Corporation.
Really cooked? Because every time my parents get it when we go camping, they put it in a pan. So are you sure I'm not eating?
You can't put Spam in a pan.
They do.
No, I mean you could heat this up if you want. While I'm describing it, you could take another.
Nope.
Of that loaf. No, it was introduced Hormel. Even though it was introduced in 1937, it gained popularity worldwide after its use during World War II. So speaking of World War II, and this is in 1942 is what we're going to credit this as. Dizzy Gillespie actually came out with an album called a song called A Night in Tunisia. So I made a connection of Spam and Dizzy Gillespie, A Night in Tunisia. I wonder if Dizzy Gillespie ate Spam.
Wouldn't I would do A Night in Tunisia. It would be with the tuna.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. So tuna here. Star-Kissed Tuna, this is 1953. Let's put this here in the can. A company changed its name to Star-Kissed Foods in 1953. At the time, its facility was in Terminal Island and was the largest tuna processor facility in the world. Also, what came out in 1953 was Miles Davis's album called Blue Period, the Blue Period album. So I wonder if Miles Davis ate tuna. Do you think? I'll call him up. We'll ask him. The last one here, you guys are all wondering, Frosted Flakes. Why? Because they're great. Can we say that? Probably. 1952. It was introduced in the United States in 1952 as Sugar Frosted Flakes. That's what these things were known. Do you read the word sugar on there? No, that is because the word sugar was dropped from the name in 1983. And also what came out in 1952 was Duke Ellington's, by the way, I smell tuna all over. That's, okay, I shouldn't have done that. Oh boy, thanks. Drink that water.
It's your fault.
Duke Ellington came out with his album called Ellington Uptown in 1953. I wonder if Duke Ellington, yeah, it's going to be the same. Duke Ellington did eat Sugar Frosted Flakes. It's guaranteed. That was his inspiration. All right. Are you ready for the last segment? You really gonna eat more of that sandwich?
Well, I'm eating Frosted Flakes off the side.
Oh boy. Here's our last and final segment called Ask Us a Question. Okay. It's getting late, and so I think we have time to read maybe about 2 or 3, maybe 1.
Do you want me to just pull out 3 right now?
Yeah, let's just go. We'll try to get the set cleaned up with the stench of. Let's pick random ones.
Do you want to try it? We don't have any milk.
I haven't had that in like a long time. Okay.
Delicious.
First question. Can I read? First.
Can you?
I don't know. Craziest thing you've seen traveling, from Marie. The craziest thing that we've seen traveling. Do you think it was the pickpocketers?
Yeah.
I would say that. That'd be the craziest thing. I forget where we were. Maybe you know, but we saw a pickpocketing scheme.
It was
in action.
Rome.
We were in Rome. Pickpocketing scheme. And I think it was like some Romanian people. It might have been.
Well, I think they're called like Romanian gypsies. They're like.
Well, I just remember because we were talking to some of the
Romas.
Yeah, we were talking to some of the police officers, and they were. Oh yeah, that's right. They were saying, "Oh, it's the Romas. You got to keep your eye out." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" But yeah, it was a thing where there was a husband and a wife, and somebody came up to the wife, and they said, "Excuse me, can you tell me where this train is going to? Tell me the schedule." And so they had their attention turned over here to this young lady, and then someone came behind and tried to grab something out of the guy. But in the subways over there, there's tons and tons of police officers there, and so they caught them really quick, and they were escorted off the premise pretty fast.
Do you remember the one? It was still in Rome, and it was still in the subway when the guy at our Airbnb said that they rushed in, so they crowded the cars.
Oh!
And then we're like, no. And so then you actually see it, when it's a busy time, they all pushed in, and then
into the subway cars.
Yeah, and she's her arm is still outside of the door, and then someone's trying to help her, and then she got out.
Yeah, they pushed people out. They go inside and they try to push people out, but on their way out, they grab somebody's purse. Mm-hmm. By that time, the door closes. Boom, they're gone. These guys are out with their. So just watch your stuff, okay? Do one of those fanny packs, or stuff the money inside your underwear or something like that. Next question: if you could go anywhere, where would it be? That's from George. If you could go anywhere, what would it be? Is that right? Anywhere.
Go anywhere.
Anywhere. Literally anywhere right now. Anywhere. Okay, that answered that one. Did that answer that for you?
Pretty much.
And the last one here. Hey guys, thanks so much. If you're sticking around with us, please like and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to have some awesome, fascinating guests on. And if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get notifications, bonus points if you hit that notification bell. So here is the last question for the evening, and this comes from Nicole. I can't read this. Go ahead.
Where is one place in the U.S. neither of you have been to but want to go?
Spain. That's for me.
In the U.S.
Oh. I've been wanting to go to read no question. Okay.
Spain is on the list, but U.S.
that we've never been to. Together?
This is hard. Because
Do we have to go together?
yes,
Oh,
when I was younger, my family did a lot of vacations, and so generally we'd stay in like California. But when I was like kindergarten, we did like a Southwest trip, and so went to all the states there. And then in end of high school, we drove to Michigan, and we went to Niagara Falls.
So you want to go to Michigan?
We went through all of those. We did that last summer.
Okay.
And then I've done Washington, D.C.
So you want to go to Washington, D.C. So basically you've been everywhere.
I've been to 30 of the states.
You've been to 30
30.
of the 49 states. So
30.
where would I want to go
That
then?
I haven't been to.
I would really want to go to Colorado right now. I would want to go. I would want to go to Colorado.
I've been there.
Nice and crisp, and it was like, ooh, Colorado.
But I guess we have to have a conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a conversation. That's gonna happen right after we clean up.
We'll get back to you.
The spam.
I'm not cleaning up this mess you
and
made.
I will clean it up. The star-kissed tuna, the stench that's probably gonna be here for a long
Ever.
time. All right, guys, you want to get out of here? Be so enthusiastic about it.
No, like my stomach is turning.
Oh boy! All right, thanks
You're
for
on baby duty tonight.
thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
You're on baby duty right now.